It's the new normal Saturday night. Everybody, let's all get ready to go inside and go nowhere. Even though a lot of people were out today, the weather was nice in the DC metro area. A lot of people out today, and you know what that means. We're going to be spreading some coronavirus. So wait for a couple weeks from now. I've always said the Ides of May will be a bad day. I really think that we're going to feel the spreading. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's talk about the stock market and the whole month of April. What happened? Well, having fun with the Google Finance formulas and Google Sheets here to go over all the stocks. Here is the change in price since 1st of April. It's not a joke. It's the actual date. Some of these stocks didn't were closed and not trading during that day, but the first day in April, essentially, that we have numbers for them. Here's the percentage change for the company. Here's today's change and their current price. So you can see that this Gulfport Energy, and look at all of this oil. I color coded the sectors of every one of the companies, and black, because oil's black gold, right? Energy oil, and I made another one kind of darkish with, yeah, energy equipment is black and gold because it seems to be oil related for the most part. So look at all that energy in these ones when we sort this by the highest percentage change. Like went from 44 cents up over 3 times to $2. Yet it went down 22% just yesterday, Thursday to Friday, in the market. So that's the kind of craziness where you see these going up a lot, and then you see the reds here, meaning they also have drastic changes more recently. And I think that's true. I think consumption is going to be down because we're certainly not going to travel like we used to while the virus is rampant and we don't have really effective treatment, which we don't really have yet. So cool to look at it like this and see all this oil. I wouldn't buy any of these oil stocks. I'm staying away from oil. I'm not going to short oil. I'm just going to stay away from oil. It's dirty. So I'm just staying away from it. Here's Immunomedics, a biotech that pops up here going from 10 to 30 a share. That's worth, so it says my notes say antibody creation techniques that might yield possibilities, but non-COVID focused. Interesting. Maybe they started doing COVID focusing, or maybe they're just good at what they do. Either way, that's one. That's not a oil, right? Here's another healthcare equipment, Genmark Diagnostics, goes from 4 to 12, and they're also up for the day. So they're not following the pattern of the oils, as you can see. And maybe that's because they're doing a lot of testing. Oh, look at that. I have notes. It says molecular diagnostics. Good idea to watch. Okay, well, we're watching it go up over April. So that's interesting. What that looks like in one of the charts in our top 10 here over 180 days looks like see how long it takes. Doesn't usually take too long. There we go. Look at that. Wow. So boom, Shackalacka. Looks like a company that's jumping, and they're only $12.60 a share. So their market cap is 773 million. If they're onto something, they could have a way to go and hit the billion. So watch that. Neonode IT Electronics, they must be making something, although they did have a drop like everybody else, but that's a really low share price too. So as I look at these big gainers for the month, let's also look at the biggest losers for the month. And under the loser side, not as many oil and gas because they made a kind of a comeback, I guess, some of them, as we're fooled into thinking that there might be more consumption. But a lot of stuff is communication services, consumer discretionary. That makes sense. This whole Chesapeake Energy thing is a joke. They're at the top of every list in every direction somehow every day. It's insanity. So stay away from that unless you like roller coasters. Consumer discretionary, diversified consumer services. Yeah, worth nothing, worth less. Allied health products, healthcare equipment. I don't know what they're not selling, apparently, to drop half a share. Hertz, people not traveling. Industrials, road and rail. Let's look at the industrials, road and rail sector that I have. I've only categorized, I haven't categorized all of the 2,600 and something companies that are in here, but I've gotten through like 45%. So, Rail. There we go. This is Google Sheets filters. The ones I've classified, how have they done? And the answer is loser, loser, a little bit, and some big gainers. Wow, this sector actually had a good month from the ones that I've recorded. Interesting. Wow, USA Truck up 50%. Ryder, Sala, Ram. Now, I don't know if in some ways, because maybe we need to source more products closer to home in the United States, that we have to use these systems more rather than boats and bring us. Actually, I don't know the answer to this. I'm not speaking knowledgeably about this, but I'm surprised to see that sector go up. I thought they were going to go down. That's nutty. So anyway, well, what I want to open up and what I like to talk about is the stocks that I actually have been paying attention to, right? Because I do mention them, they stay in here, and then we adjust as we go day to day. And when you look at percent of ceiling price, which is a good order to look at things in, you can look at them in two different orders. One is percent of watch list price, which means like what's the best deal right now. That's what this one is. And then the ceiling price one is what's the most buyable based on what we think the price is going to be in the future overall. So when I talk about the watch price here, I'm just meaning like this is the best deal. Well, the best deal is beyond meat, because I think there's going to be a meat crisis, and we're going to have to try something else for health reasons as well as what's going on with meat. So piling on a company that has been up to $200 a share like a year ago or something, they could potentially go up again as demand could spike. Although they do have competitors, so they're not a sure thing. But I understand why that's low. Actually, I said max purchase price is 110. Max purchase price is 100 now because they went down with the market on Friday. So let's do it this way. Really should look like that. And Merck, yes. Okay, so Merck, if Merck goes below, well, if Merck goes below 80, still get it. Grab it right now. So the reason I like Merck, I've talked about before, was I think that they're a Pepsid drug, and plus them just being a good company in general. Famotidine or whatever. I think that is going to help when the results come out from their trial going on. I think they're supposed to know the end of next week to get a preliminary look, and then the next week after, even better look. So I imagine by the end of next week, there's going to be an announcement of something going on there, and I assume it's going to be good. So that's why I say take them. Abbott Labs is down to 89. I have them between 85 and 99. Yes, they're still fine. There's just a bad day on Friday. Target went down a little and is at 108. My max purchase price on Target is 110. Yeah, sorry, it's 100 to 110. They're much closer to their purchase price. Lightest. Oh yeah, so LSI. You know what's cool? I was looking at this. Look at this percent change column over here too, which is who had the best run since April, and LSI or LYTS went up 362 to 603 is their current price. They went up 66%, the company's value, and that's because of the touchscreens and the needing of the touchscreens at places that we go and stop to all the time. That's awesome to see. So that's cool to look at that. And yeah, they're just closing in. If they drop below 6, grab them. You could even grab them at 603. I think they're a $7 a share company in the next 3 months for sure. I have their target price up at the top at 7, and they have a dividend coming, I think, too, like today or tomorrow or something. Amazon is going nutty right now because some of the bigger transportation companies are facing some backlash with just people freaked out and working crazy hours and under tough conditions in this environment is starting to wear on people. And so Jeff Bezos is appropriately announcing that he's reinvesting and trying to make his employees treated in a way that's more supportive of the current environment. I think that's what he's trying to get at. So that may be at the stake of profits, and it should be. I mean, that's fine. If they were breaking even, but their employees are healthier and happier, that's a win for everybody. Maybe not a win for investors who are banking on Amazon going up, but they have such a huge share price and market cap as it is that that's why I have their top at 2250. Yes, but I feel like moving this down, and the reason why is it's so far up there. It really should be like that, because they might drop below 2250 tomorrow. And I wouldn't expect them to go back up to 2,500 on that trajectory right now, the way that they're going to be dealing with some stress. think they're ordering Bezos to testify in front of Congress too about something. Like Trump hates him. Trump's going after him. So his stock price may take a hit in this environment where Trump tries to manipulate the stock market all the time. So Microsoft just bordering around their max for them, 170 to 174. So stay away for now, but they're getting close. And I wanted to look over here. Wendy's crushed it over the last month, up 30%. See how they dropped below 20, so they're buyable right now because they're going to go up to like 22 or 25. I'll show you the chart on them because they have a drive-through. They're available. Sometimes you need food. They're there when you need them. eBay up 33% in the month, and they're still above our target price. We'll look at their chart in a second. Google up 17%. Here's a huge company, huge stock. Still manages to be up. They're actually just barely above my max purchase price on them right now. Maybe they'll drop again next week as people still get worried about everything going on. They're close, but look at that. For that size company to pull that off, they are solid. I'm using Google Sheets right now. I mean, what else you got to know? Tesla having craziness because Elon is saying the stock is too high. That's hilarious. You know what I like about Elon? Elon is like our de facto leader for like scientific religious people essentially, which is we think that robots and electricity and everything can be the way of literally the wave of the future, the electromagnetic wave of the future. And so we look to him and what he does because he's awesome. And so he comes out and messes around on Twitter all the time, calls people from Malaysia pedophiles. I don't think it was Malaysia. I don't think it was a pedophile. But point is, you know what I'm talking about. So he comes out and he says that his stock price is too high, and then his stock goes down by like 10%, which is funny. Look, 10.3%. So what? So what? Anybody can tweet. Free speech, even if you're Elon Musk. He's allowed to do whatever he wants. As long as he's not running around selling shares and going crazy to try to steal money, he can say whatever he wants. Welcome to America. He left South Africa so that he can speak up, man. I'll tell you. So the point is it made me laugh because now Tesla's a little cheaper. Elon, you don't determine what your company's worth. We do. People. So his company's worth much more than this, much more than the 700. You could grab him now, or he might go down again. I saw some bid-ask spreads, and it looks like it's going up already in futures if you look at it that way, as it should, because I have them down 1,000. So like when you sort this the other way, they're still on top as a percent of ceiling price, which is funny. Also, we didn't get to Walmart. Perfect to put it this way because Walmart's right there. Also, Walmart up almost 10% last month. How about that? So what if they were even up 1.5% on Friday when all the other blue chips went down? You saw Amazon lose 10% and Walmart goes up. I mean, they just win no matter what's going on because they're physically everywhere. And a lot of us are still physical people and need to go somewhere. And they are the Mecca. Walmart is the church of consumables that we all pay our homage to or whatever, respect. So yeah, that's why I have their target at 150 and why I say buy them. And I bought them at 123. So, I mean, you can put the watch at 120. You don't have to put it down at 100. They're not going down to 100 again. Even with the dip in the market, I don't think they drop below 100. If they get close, I'd be surprised. So, anyway, yeah. Anything else? Merck I talked about. Beyond Meat I talked about. Target I didn't talk about much, but that's okay. I'm not that gung-ho on them. Netflix and Emergent, which I still haven't gone over Emergent Bio. They're up 40% over the last month. Is that true? What? 55 to 78? Holy mackerel. And I have my watch low at 50. What am I talking about? They went up 6% on the last day. Holy crap. I got to look into them. I keep saying I'm going to. Just pull them off the list until you do that, please. I said get them, but I don't have any notes, right? I do. I said antibody treatments, financials look pretty good, stock on upswing, but I haven't really looked into them. So that's just blanket words. Got to do that. So let me take a quick look at the big grid. And we're 14 minutes in, but whatever. This is a good look at the market because think all the stocks that I said to watch are all up for the month of April. Now that's not anything genius because a lot of stocks are up in April. The stock market rebounded from historic lows. So only something like LYTS is something where I got in, I think, at $5.39. I didn't get all the way in it here. I caught them on the upswing, but I understood that their upswing, the upswing they have is sustainable. And so you can still be with them. And I think last time I checked, I think I'm up like 15% on my stock that I bought with them. So, and there's a dividend coming too. So that's cool. I think there's a dividend coming. Now, let's grab, yeah, so it's nice to see everything up. That's what's cool about this, right? So let's take a look at market share and see if there's anything else. I don't know why I have Genmark in there. All right, 125. Let's say that, I don't know. I mean, Tesla's expensive, right? Walmart, you're going to make, that 10 to 20% profit over the next few months sticking with them, but it's not all that exciting. Merck is exciting because of what's happening next week. I think that this is cheap for them right now. Anyway, look at the chart. They could be on to having something that, all right, you watched my video on that from the Merck talk. Abbott Labs, I think they're just on, hang out with them, but they're not, they're kind of expensive. Beyond Meats, I'm a little scared unless I'm right about the meat thing. I could be wrong about the meat thing, and meat could be fine, and we don't have any supply issues, and it's not infected with anything, and workers can go back to work. But I don't think so. I think that industry is pretty dirty, and difficult in the way it works in terms of spreading things and exposure to all kinds of antigens. So this is an alternative to that, you know. And here's somebody selling meat. So the meat that's there, the price of meat might go up too. That's another problem. That could be a counterwind to the producers, unless there's some way that like those McDonald's and those Wendy's are able to secure their food supply, secure their meat without too much worry. So that's something to watch. Target, I'd rather put somebody else in here. LSI, we talked about why I like them. Google, if you can afford it and they drop a little bit, they're going to continue to be on this trend upward. Similar to Microsoft, you can see is leveling out a little more, but still okay. Do we want to grab anybody else? Netflix we want to talk about. They dropped 1%. They're at 415. I have their price way, way lower. I wouldn't get in until nearly 325. Anyway, so what can be learned? Things are changing for the social distancing. The world's changing to a different environment physically. And we're going to start to see it over the next few weeks as we all are sick of cabin fever. And so we're getting out, we're going to live, and we're going to try, we're going to try to recover. And then a few weeks from now, we're all going to be really coughing heavily in hospitals. And a lot of places you wouldn't expect are going to overload. And we're going to realize, oh, this is too overwhelming. And we're going to even ramp up the social distancing more. And it's going to be like, man, it's going to be shaming for you to be outside without a reason. And workers are going to be looking like, I've always said like a motorcycle helmet type thing is a cool idea. Let me talk about Google for a second and Alphabet. Put Google up at the top above Tesla, because Tesla hasn't done this yet. Tesla will do it if Google doesn't. I think Google should make something called the Google Shield. And the shield would be, think of a motorcycle helmet, except not that round, like not as round as a football helmet, but more like a shield and just not that big on you, like a fitted helmet type thing with a screen in front, more like a futuristic thing, like a sci-fi maybe almost, where you're walled off from breathing in the air that's around you because you're in an enclosed helmet. So it's much better than a mask because you're not getting any particulate air anywhere coming through, and your eyes are covered and your hair's covered. So stuff that would be floating around in the air that attaches itself onto your hair or whatever. It doesn't happen when you're wearing a helmet like this. So the reason I call it a Google Shield is because the Google Shield would have so many other enhancements to it. Like there was Google Glass years ago, which was glasses and like a mini computer and a display on a thing of glasses that you would see in a little window. That was an awesome idea and had really high functionality, was just before its time, and also looked really, really, I won't use a word that is offensive. It looked really Poindextery. it looked nerdy and goofy in that manner. Now all of a sudden, we have this need to be physically not breathing other people's air and not wanting to worry about it and not wanting to be inconvenienced by it and not wanting to wear freaking masks all the time. It sucks. I don't like breathing in the fibers of the cheap masks that fall apart. And I don't like putting stuff that may be dirty up to my face for extended periods of time because it's the only mask I have around, and now it's a requirement for us to have masks everywhere. I'd rather wear a Google Shield, which hasn't been invented yet, but let's invent it now. It's Google Glass inside a miniaturized motorcycle helmet that can do a whole bunch of things. Not only will it provide a screen for you to look at and use at the same time, but it will have like a purifying air system circulation thing and a motor, probably a small little motor or something that is filtering the air because you're closed off from the world. So I imagine like getting out of the car, putting the helmet on, going in and doing your shopping, having your shopping list like scrolling down on the side of your screen, display screen in front of you. The front of your screen could be like a chameleon and change colors and change displays and everything. And people may not even be able to see you if you don't want them to. You could be covered in black essentially. Like you could go out and not be noticed because you could block off your screen. And this would be totally normal because it's understood and accepted that we all understand that shared air can spread the virus and the virus is deadly and we don't want to spread the virus at all costs. We need to realize that. We shouldn't just run around and say, oh, it just affects old people or people with weakened immune systems. No, it doesn't. It affects everybody. It affects kids. It affects everyone. It just doesn't kill everybody. And we don't know if it has long-lasting lung damage to people of all ages with all pre-existing conditions and none. So that's why as soon as it starts to spread, we realize, oh crap, we all got to go hide again. Screw cabin fever, at least we'll be alive. That's what ends up happening. So I see that happening, and I see things like Alphabet coming up with Google Shield because it's an awesome idea, and I would buy one. I would spend $400 for a motorcycle helmet that was cool and had a screen on it and purified air. And I would pay 20 bucks a month for filters in the air and pop them in there. Instead of popping vaping pen crap, you could pop in air filters into your helmet. So you don't have to worry about a mask. You know how you clean your helmet? With cleaning solution and a rag and a paper towel and throw it away. You don't have to worry about putting your masks into some like hydrogen ionizer or whatever they got going on to clean everybody's N95 mask. You got a shield that you just spray and clean. You know? Seems like the way to go if the shared air is such a problem, which it seems like it is, then you're going to see a company like this do something like that because they already have the technology and they just need to, now they have all this physical space to work with. The problem with Google Glass was that they didn't have enough space because you looked like a loser with a circuit board hanging out of the top of rim of your glasses. I mean, I understand that. Or yeah, along the side of your glasses they put it. Now you've got a whole helmet and screen to work with. Like you should be building like a helmet gaming. It's like a VR device, an augmented reality device. Hey, you know who else did augmented reality? Microsoft did something called Hololens, which they also didn't have enough space to use, and you look like a goofball wearing it. Now you can put it over an entire helmet. That's another company that's going to be able to do this. So if it isn't Google Shield, how about it be Microsoft? What are we going to call the Microsoft product that would do this? The Microsoft, the Microsoft window. The Microsoft window. It's the window to the world. That's funny. That's what it could be. So anybody can do this that's in this group of companies. So watch for both of their stock to come up because I would buy the Microsoft window for $399. If it was protective, it wasn't too goofy, it was cool, and it kept me breathing purified air or filtered air of some sort. And yeah, so weird stuff's going to happen like that because the economy's turning on a dime and we've all just got to react. So happy investing. I will not have a video on Monday. Although if I do, it's not going to be on Excel stuff or Google Sheets. Sorry, it's not going to be in this because I'm going to be traveling. So, all right, we'll see how that goes. We're out for now.